So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, back for game 2 in this twin bill. In the first game, we saw 2 incredible pitching performances. Both starting pitchers went complete game, but only one of them threw a shutout. Obviously, Tyson Knoll threw a great game, allowed only 3 runs, but it was Jacob Anderson who stole the show on the mound. A complete game shutout, no runs allowed over 7 innings and 102 pitches. It was incredible work from Jacob Anderson. I had a chance to talk to him after the game, and he was pumped. Now, another Yodi sophomore has a chance to put up an incredible performance, and who other than Daniel Hutchison? Of course, Hutch, a sophomore, comes from Chandler High School, and he's found a good spot in this Yodi rotation. Finds his own right there. First pitch is good. 0-1. This one's in the dirt. Let's make it 1-1. So Hutch, in his second season with the Coyotes, has 28 innings pitched, sporting a 3.21 ERA and a whip of 1.36. So impressive statistics from the man on the bump. And he's looking to build on that today. So in the box, the leadoff hitter, Francisco Laya. He watches this one for a ball, so we'll go to 2-1. Hutch will miss up and in here on the heater, and if I were to be hit by a pitch from Hutch, I would never even think about charging the mound. The kid is a physical specimen, if you will, 6'4", pushing 6'5". This ball grounded over to the left side. Ethan Hatch is there, throws it over to first, and the Yotes have themselves the first out here in this game. So Hutch battles back from 3-1 and gets himself some weak contact. Now, coming up to bat, number 2, Kenneth Rain. But for the Yotes, they shuffled some things around on the field. At first base is Easton Bryant. Second, still Blake Tiggs. Shortstop, John Enright. Third base, Ethan Hatch. Behind the dish is Rubo, Jacob Rubleski. Out in right field is Ryder Hancock. Center field, Hashizaki as always. And left field, still Aiden Krause. So the Yotes subbing some people out, moving things around, and Hutch is up 0-2 after this ball was grounded foul. So a great start for Hutch. 0-2 with 1 out here in the top of the first. He's got Rain right where he wants him. And the 0-2 pitch from Hutch, a nasty slider. Rain recognized it early and laid off. But a great pitch and a great decision by Hutch and Rubo. Now we go to 1-2. Heater was inside, but just a bit higher than Hutch wanted it. So now we go to 2-2, and Hutch typically sits in the upper 8s and the low 9s with that fastball. And it plays well off his other stuff. This ball lifted to left field. Krause is tracking back and comfortably on the warning track will haul it in for the second out. So Hutch gives Rain his pitch, and Rain doesn't make it count. 2 outs now. And Mathis Morant comes up to the dish. As we mentioned last game, the batting average leader for the squad. And he takes a first pitch strike. The heater is center cut at the top of the zone for strike 1. This ball grounded over to the right side, just foul. Easton Bryant was there, but the Giant caught it out of play, so nothing to be done there. 0-2 now with 2 outs. And again, Hutch dominant early in this one. The 0-2 pitch is a nasty changeup on the outside part of the plate. No chase from Mathis, so we'll go to 1-2. And he doubles up, doesn't get a swing. That one a bit more center cut. But still, Mathis showing some plate discipline. 2-2. And a beautiful day here at Chandler Gilbert. This ball fouled straight back. Danny Smith. Danny Smith reached as far as he could. Came up just a few inches short of that ball. So 2-2 with 2 outs. This one's off the plate, now 3-2. The heater. Just a bit mistimed right there. And the arm could not catch up, so we're in a full count. The payoff pitch, grounded over into that Cochise dugout. And that's what they call an ugly finder. Only kidding, of course. It's all love here at Chandler Gilbert. And I'm going to be fined now for making a joke. Just kidding. 3-2. The payoff pitch again. And Hutch dials it up. Outside part of the plate. The bender is there. So Mathis goes down with a backwards K, and Hutch has himself a great 1-2-3 first inning. When we come back, the Yotes are back at the dish. Ben Hoshizaki steps up to the dish. And he drills this one up the middle. Line drive single for Hoshizaki to kick things off, and it couldn't have been prettier. So a beautiful stroke right up the middle. On the bump, number 25, Eduardo Torres. And for this Cochise squad, he's been nothing less than dominant this season, posting a 1.5 ERA, over 9 appearances and 24 innings pitched. So Torres has been filth so far in the season. In the pickoff to first base is not in time. Hashizaki with a lot of time to spare. Turgeon rips this one to left field on a frozen rope. He picks up a base knock, and the Yotes have a hitting streak going on right now. So first 2 batters have themselves 2 line drive base knocks. And Rubo, Jake Wróblewski, steps in the box. Jacob, as we mentioned, is having a historic year for the Coyotes. And he watches the first pitch strike. Torres, he's been pounding the zone so far today, but the Yodi Barrels have been there to meet him. And they have not been kind so far. 0-1, Rubo grounds this one to the third baseman, and the flip over to second is no good. And the throw over to first isn't good either, so everyone is safe on that ground ball. Could have been a double play, but the throw from the third baseman pulled Gutierrez off the second base bag. And the throw over to first was just not in time, so Cochise is having things fall off the rails a little bit here in the first inning. But of course, still time for them to recover. No runs have come across yet, but it's bases loaded with no outs, and who other than the Giant Bryant to step in the box. So the Yotes have everything going their way right now. Torres deals. This pitch is off the plate. The heater just barely misses the outside corner. We'll go to 1-0. So for the Coyotes, it's been a wonderful evening full of baseball so far. The 1-0 is in the dirt. So in the first game, the Yotes obviously had to deal with a pretty tough arm on the bump in Tyson Knoll. The tall left-handed pitcher was gross. The only problem was he might not have known where it was going some of the time. So we go to 3-0 as Torres misses off the plate. But when Knoll was in the zone last game, it was practically unhittable. The Yotes only could amount to 3 runs after having plenty of base runners stranded. Knoll pitched down to clutch situations, but wasn't clutch enough to prevent the Yotes from putting up 3 runs on him. And now here today in the second game for the Yotes, it's been a smooth sailing first inning. 1-2-3 from Hutch, and now the first 3 runners have reached safely for the Coyotes. 3-1 is the count. The Giant Bryant takes a hack and lifts this one to the left center gap. This ball is going to go a ways. Turgeon's going to score. Hash scores. Wróblewski will hold up on third. It's a 2-run double. And the Giant Bryant is fired up here in the first inning. So with no outs, the Yotes have plated 2 here in the first inning. Now Ryder Hancock steps up to bat, and Ryder is looking to keep on keeping on for the Coyotes. This ball ripped through the right side, a base knock for Ryder. Bryant's coming around third, a play at the plate, and he's there. The throw is high. So Ryder Hancock picks up 2 RBIs on the rip through the right side of the infield. Gaffney gave it a good layout at first base, but there was no way he was getting to that ball. And Ryder's cleared the bases. So now 4 across in this first inning for the Coyotes. And Ethan Hatch will step into the box. First pitch. The bender just misses off the plate. Torres has been right around the zone all day. And the Yotes have been there to meet him. Torres tosses it back to second. Ryder is in safely. And just a show-me pickoff move right there. One-0. This one is fouled straight back. One ball, one strike. Here with no outs. The pitch is inside. Good miss from Torres. Hatch lays off. The 2-1 pitch grounded over to the left side. Third baseman flips it over to first. Gaffney picks it. And just like that, Ethan Hatch will go down for the first out here today. A good play by Kenneth Rain over at third base. And the Yotes have one out. So the score is just off by a run. At home, you might be seeing 3-0 Coyotes, but the score is actually 4-0. And we will correct that shortly, of course. And Paulo Hutchison is pointing fingers up here in the booth. And Danny Smith is taking the blame for this one, so 1-1 with one out. Tiggs in the box. Torres deals a heater for strike two. And folks, in case you were wondering, our scoreboard is robotic, if you will. So the algorithm didn't like something there. And now Tiggs grounds this one over to the shortstop. Mathis tosses it over, and Tiggs will be retired for the second out here. So Enright in the box now. So Enright, 1-0 count. The Yote shortstop for today has started to turn the corner on this season of hitting as he fouls this one out of play, but didn't get off to a great start on the season. And his slash line, of course, still not where he wants it to be, but statistics are a big pile of nothing in terms of baseball performance. 2-1 for Enright. So yes, Enright has been turning it up at the plate. And he'll watch this one go low. 3-1. Now the count. And this one is off the back of Enright. He'll take his base, and he'll take his ice pack and bruised later tonight. So Kraus in the box, and that'll do it for Torres. A short outing. Did not go the way he had planned. And Cochise is pulling the plug to try to limit some damage here. 2 outs, and when we come back, it'll be Aiden Kraus in the box. So Cochise digs into the well and pulls out their best pitcher. Luis Diaz takes the mound, sporting a .82 ERA on the season. 8 appearances, 11 innings pitched, so he's been in the reliever role most of the season, and today he'll have himself essentially a delayed start, as Torres unfortunately could not make it through 2 innings. And Kraus will sky this one. Gutierrez calls it at second base, and he hauls it in. So, efficient work for Luis Diaz. And we head to the top of the second, where the tall, cool one, Daniel Hutchison, takes the mound once again. This one misses inside. This ball lifted through the middle of the infield. Blake Tiggs almost had it. And perhaps if he had left his feet, it might have been a very close play. But regardless, it'll be a base knock for number 12, Ruben Villascuela. Apologies, Villascusa. So, Hutch has to brush that one off, and he gets back on the horse. Gutierrez takes a first pitch strike. Hutch dials up the fastball right down the middle. 0-1. Hutch deals this one skied to center. Ahosh takes a few steps over and hauls it in. First out here in this second inning. And now Hadley will come up to the plate. This ball grounded up the middle, just out of the reach of Hutch. Tiggs flips it over to John, and John completes the double play. The Yotes have themselves a great defensive showing right there, and Hutch heads back to the dugout after a nice clean inning of work. We'll be right back here in the bottom of the second, where the Yotes are looking to put up 4 more. The score, Coyotes 4, Cochise 0. And he might be the biggest person in the stands too. So, anyways, some fun in between innings. Me and Paulo Hutchison having a good time as always, and Hosh will take a pitch on the outside part of the plate. So, this one misses inside. And Hosh swings right through with a low heater. Luis Diaz showing why he has an ERA of under 1. And this one misses in the dirt. We go to 3-2, full count now. For Ben Hashizaki. Hosh grounds this one right back to the catcher. And Hosh beats it out at first base. How about the hustle from Ben Hashizaki? Hadley Smith had a great play on that and threw a rocket over to first base, but Hosh is just unstoppable if he can give himself enough time. And he does a great job right there. So now Dante Turgeon, 1 for 1 on the day. Apologies, 1 for 1 in this game, that is. He's looking to repeat his first inning success. Hosh takes off, Hadley throws down to second, and Hosh is erased. So that time, of course, the speed of Hosh could not make up for the slide step of Diaz. And we've got one out now here in the second inning. Turgeon takes a hack at an outside slider, and Diaz is starting to look wicked as he settles in. And Turgeon swings through. So once again, Diaz displaying some nastiness. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we'll go to 2-2 as this one is off the plate. Turgeon, once again, swings through an outside pitch from Diaz, and that's the third in that at-bat. So clearly Diaz starting to display an affinity for the outside corner. And Turgeon goes down with a swinging K, so Jacob Wróblewski at the dish, who hasn't had the success that he's hoped for so far today. And take that with a grain of salt. He's still having a good performance. And he rips this one up the middle. The center fielder lays out, and Rubo is going to have some extra bases. Rubo might have himself an inside the Parker. He's around second base. Now he's going to third. He's getting waved home. A play at the plate. Hadley can't make the tag. Rubo inside the Parker. So Jacob Wróblewski, right when we talk about him not having the day he wanted, he goes ahead and hits a home run, because why not? So Rubo with a fire starter of a home run. Kicks this second inning off with a bang, and with 2 outs nonetheless. So the Yotes, always good for causing some commotion. Love it when stuff like that happens. So Wróblewski has himself 4 bags. The score now 5-0. And Bryant takes a half swing through something inside. 0-2. 2 outs. Diaz right back in stride after that home run from Wróblewski. And Bryant swings right through, so Diaz makes quick work of the rest of the Yotes, but one slipped on through, and that's Wróblewski with a home run. So the score as we head into the top of the third, 5 to Cochise's 0. And back to work goes Daniel Hutchison. At the dish is Gaffney, number 6. The first baseman for this Cochise squad. Last year, these squads faced off at the home of Cochise as this ball was drilled right past Daniel Hutchison. So it's a leadoff, first pitch knock for Gaffney. But last season, it was at the home of Cochise that these squads faced off at, and it's quite a bus ride for these gentlemen to make their way up to Gilbert, Arizona. Chandler Gilbert, that is. And of course, you have to factor that in when you think about the outcome of these games. Anytime you have such a long car ride, it's no fun. You're all stiff. You got to work extra hard to warm up and get back to your prior looseness. And Hutch gets a foul ball swing right there. Mason Ray takes a hack. Hatch has it, flips it over to second. Blake flips it over to first, and a double play. So the 5-4-3 double play looks as textbook as you can get. And the Yotes have 2 outs now. And Daniel Hutchison has to be happy that his defense is showing up today. 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. Hutch deals, and this one's in the dirt. At the dish is number 13, Alex Dabrowski. Dabrowski from Batcha High School will try and lay one down. It goes foul, and he has himself in a 1-1 count. But Dabrowski, someone that I grew up playing baseball alongside, and it's great to see him at a competitive junior college like Cochise. He skies this one to shallow center field, and it's going to be a base knock. So Dabrowski causes some 2-out commotion. And just when Hutchison might have gotten a little bit comfortable on that mound, he's got to get right back to battle mode. 2 outs. Back to the top of the order, Francisco Laya. We'll watch this one go high. 1-0. Hutch picks off to first, and Dabrowski will get home safely. So 2-0 now for Hutch. And I think we need to get Paulo Hutchison on the microphone here. No go. No go. This one is skied. It'll stay in play. Bryant's going to have a chance. And just barely in and out of the glove. He knew he was getting close to that metal railing right there, and that's one that he'll have to just brush off and leave in the past. So 2-1. Laya gets another chance. And that one's in the dirt. So they go to 3-1. Hutch deals. This ball is skied to center field, and Hosh deals with the sun and hauls it in. So the Coyotes strand a runner, and we head to the bottom of the third where they look to extend this 5-0 lead. And Diaz misses high with the first pitch. So to kick things off here in the third, it's Ryder Hancock in the box. And he drills this one through the right side. Ryder Hancock has himself a 2-hit game. A beautiful stroke to the right side. He repeats his first at-bat success, and now Ethan Hatch gets another crack. And Hatch tries to square one and lay it down, but the curveball sneaks right past him. Luis Diaz with some nastiness. Back, pick off to first. Hancock is home safely. Hatch pokes this one foul, and he finds himself behind 0-2 now. So we'll have to work extra hard to come back in this one. And Hatch drills this one to center field. And a good catch by the center fielder. He ranges over and makes it look easy on the haul in. So Francisco Laya makes the grab. And now one out here. Blake Tiggs is back to the dish. First pitch goes high. One 0. Pick off to first. Riders back with some time to spare. Tiggs fouls this one straight back. Two balls, one strike. Diaz deals a pitch, and it goes high. Let's take it to 3-1. And Tiggs will watch this one for ball 4. So a base on balls for Blake Tiggs. He passes the torch, and now with one out, John Enright comes to the dish. Diaz throws a nasty slider that John goes chasing on. We got 0-1. And some commotion. Tiggs gets back to first base, and a good scramble by the catcher, Smith. On the back pick right there. We go to 1-1 as John takes that one low. This one misses. Let's go to 2-1. Enright fouls this one straight back. The 2-2 pitch finds the zone, and Enright will go down with a backwards K. Luis Diaz bends a nice one in there. Now Aiden Kraus comes up to the dish, and Kraus, the left fielder for the Yotes. And the pickoff to second base almost catches Ryder. Gutierrez was there, and that was an interesting trick play from this Cochise squad. And Kraus lays a beauty down, just fouled down the left side, 0-1. And that one finds the outside corner. We'll go to 0-2. Kraus going to have to compete here. Luis Diaz has done a wonderful job of battling through some Yodi adversity. 2 runners on first and second. And now 0-2 with 2 outs. Luis Diaz has a chance to strand 2. And he does. Kraus swings through the high heater, and Luis Diaz puts an exclamation point on it. When we come back, Cochise is chasing 5 runs here in the top of the 4th. The score, Coyotes 5, Cochise 0. So, here we go. Here we go.
You're a Little League All-Star coach. Says you're doing a good job. Matt Bailey.
Oh, yeah. Wow, very nice. So, Matt Bailey, thanks for tuning in. And I'm glad that you're enjoying the show. I hope everyone is at home. We're having a wonderful time here as Kenneth Rain steps in the box to kick things off here in the top of the 4th. And he's worked himself into a hitter's count. Hutch falling behind 2-0. The pitch, and he grooves the middle of the plate. So we'll move to 2 balls, 1 strike. Hutchison, 38 pitches on the day. Some pretty good work so far. Oof, the 2-1. Just off the plate. Perhaps a bit high. But regardless, very close pitch. 3-1 now. And we go to 3-2. And I hope the broadcast picked that up, because I should not be the only one that gets to enjoy this comedy up here. But let's just say Paul Hutchison might not have agreed with that last called ball. So full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch, grounded foul down the left side. Hutch doing exactly what he needs to, and that's just battle. He's fighting hard. And Rain is 0 for 1 on the day. Hutch trying to make it 0 for 2 right here. Full count again. The payoff pitch is in the dirt. Good effort by Ruba to keep it in front, but no matter. Rain is on first base, which just sets up another Daniel Hutchison double play. And stepping in the box is number 9, Morant. And I'm knocking on, there's got to be wood somewhere up here. But Future Adam will knock on some wood right now. So 0-1, Hutch dials up the outside pitch for a strike. And of course, last season I had a little history of what some people call jinxing things. But, you know, this season, hey, oh boy. As this ball gets away, and the double play is now out of effect for Daniel Hutchison. Rain scoots over to second base as that ball just squeaked between the legs of Wróblewski. So 1-1. And my sincere apologies to the Hutchison family. The 1-1 pitch. Ooh, just off that outside corner. Beautiful spot. Beautiful setup by Wróblewski. And that's a pitch that probably gets called a strike 7 out of 10 times. So we go to 2-1. Hutch now misses low and inside to take us to 3-1. And he's just looking for something to get him back in his groove. His first 3 innings have been nothing short of pristine work. And now he's got a runner in scoring position with no outs. We'll see how he works out of it. 3-1, fouled straight back. Danny Smith thought about that one too. Almost leapt. Yeah, we're getting there. And we've yet to have a ball in the past 2 years that I've been here come right into the booth, which, you know, I get it. It's not a huge area, but it's right behind home plate. You would expect something to come in our area, but so far, yeah, we've hit the broadcast roof has been hit, but nothing in our huge window, and it's a huge open space up here, so, you know, hey, I'm keeping hope that one of these days, Danny Smith really will get to show off his wonderful catching talent. Full count, 3-2. Payoff pitch, fouled off again. So a great battle here with no outs. Morant against Hutchison. Payoff pitch is lifted up the middle. It'll be a base knock, and Hosh will get it in and keep Rain at third base. So a 1st and 3rd situation now after the full count base knock. Coming up to bat, it'll be number 12 for this Cochise squad. And what a beautiful day it's been so far. We've had some overcast for some of the time, but the majority of today has just been all sunshine here at Chandler Gilbert Baseball Field, and in the mid-70s with the temperature. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this anywhere in the world. So if you ever have a chance, please stop by right off Pagos and Gilbert Road. Chandler Gilbert will welcome you with open arms. So, Villascusa at the dish, 0-2. Apologies, 0-1. Good first pitch by Hutch right there. Now we go to 0-2 after he swings through a nasty slider in the dirt. And Villascusa is 1 for 1 in the day. And Hutch has a chance to put him away. 0-2. High heater, doesn't draw a swing. But the right idea right there for Hutch, and now he can use that as a setup pitch however he wants. The eyes are set up high. Perfect time to break off a low slider. The 1-2. Slider in the dirt. And he gets a swinging K. So Villascusa goes down. And I couldn't have drawn it up better myself, as Hutch executes the script and picks up the first out here in this 4th inning. Now it's Gutierrez to step in the box. 1st and 3rd. 1 out. Hutch still has some work to do to get out of this one. This ball grounded just foul. So the Apaches today have caused a lot of commotion on the base paths, but have yet to... I'm going to stop talking. Gutierrez takes that one for a ball. 1-1. So, 1-1 with 1 out. Gutierrez drills this one to the left side. Kraus has it. It's going to be a play at the plate. He's got a good run in, a good throw. And the throw is just off target, so a good effort. And the Apaches go ahead and plate their first run of the day, which I had no part of. So, I might have played a part in that, but yeah. Yeah, once the sentence was in my head, it was too late. So, so a substitute is in. Gaffney will come out. And we'll dial up the new batter in a second, but a good job by Gutierrez. Sacrifices himself to play to run. This ball skied to left field. Right in the same spot. Kraus hauls it in for the 3rd out. So, the Apaches are on the board as they plate 1 run here in the top of the 4th, but they still have quite a ways to go. The score, Coyotes 5, Apaches 1. So here we go, back to work. Luis Diaz still on the bump. The bullpen is moving around for Cochise, and Ben Hoshizaki is at the plate. Hosh to kick things off for us. 2 hits on the day. Apologies, 2 hits in this game, that is. This one grounded over to first base. Gaffney has it, he bobbles it, and Hosh is safe at first. So a reach on error for Hoshizaki, as Gaffney just biffs it. And he's looking down in his glove for a hole. And I can't blame him. So, Turgeon now in the box. And Gaffney should just brush that off the best he can, because those are the ones that really plague you as a fielder, because, I mean, that's a play Gaffney probably makes 999 out of 1,000 times. And that's the way baseball goes, folks, so got to have a short-term memory. And got to think about getting the next one. But for now, Turgeon's in the box, and he's got himself a beautiful hitter's count, 2-0. Pick off to first. Hoshizaki is back with some time to spare, and Hosh was gunned out at second base already here today. And with a new catcher behind the dish in Mason Ray, he's looking to test his luck once again. 3-0. Turgeon has a green light because he's Dante Turgeon. We'll go ahead and watch this one inside. Ball 4. So a great base on balls. And now, Jacob Wróblewski, who likes his girls a little bit older. But hold on. Before we get to Jacob Wróblewski, we are going to have a quick pitching change. So that's all for Luis Diaz. The reliever has himself just a few short innings of work, 43 pitches on the day, and when we come back, we'll introduce the new Apache pitcher and let Rubo get settled in the box. So we go back to work, and on the bump, Olmedo Quezada for this Apache squad, and Jacob Wróblewski, who's 1 for 2 on the day, and that one was a big one. Inside the Parker for Rubo. And he's looking to repeat that success here. Olmedo, first pitch is off the plate. On the season, Olmedo has 11 appearances and 19 innings pitched, sporting a 5.68 ERA. And for him, This ball lifted to center field and hard. Rubo drills a base knock, and they're going to hold Hashizaki up on third base. So an awesome job by Jacob Wrubleski. That ball was pieced up the middle. Some textbook hitting, and he stays hot after his inside the Parker. Now with bases loaded, Easton Bryan has a chance here with no outs on the board. So again, the Coyotes are leading by 4. Easton Bryan can double that here. First pitch is off the plate. Good frame job by Mason, but he can't quite bring it all the way back for a strike. So first pitch, 1 ball. Almeida deals, that one's outside. And for him, Olmedo, the issue is the walk rate. So in 19 innings pitched, he has walked 15 batters, which is no bueno. This one lifted to shallow left field. Easton Bryan has himself a base knock, and he'll play to run. So a single RBI for the Giant Bryan. Ben Hashizaki comes in to score, and the Coyotes extend the lead. Now the score, Coyotes 6, Apaches 1. So the Yotes just keep on passing the torch, and now it's Ryder Hancock with the opportunity. Bases are still juiced, and still no outs here. Almeida misses. Has the curveball completely back up on him. Just super late with the arm timing there. This time he dials up the outside corner with the breaking ball. 1-1. Ryder 2 for 2 on the day. Watches that one for a ball, I guess. We'll take it. 2-1. You won't hear us complain in the booth, I'll tell you what. We will take that all day. 2 balls, 1 strike. This one's off the dish, and 3-1. So for Ryder, he can tell Almeida's been struggling. His zone should be pretty small here on 3-1. Almeida has not had a lot of locational success so far today. This one, and Ryder drives it to the left side. And again, the Yotes just passing the torch. Base knock after base knock, and Ryder is happy to be a part of this hit train. He has himself an RBI single to score Dante Turgeon, and now the Yotes lead 7 to the Apaches 1. So Ethan Hatch steps into the box, and no movement in the pen for these Apaches. They're looking to just weather the storm here and take it on the chin. They're going to have to put up a lot of offense if they would like to stay into this game. This ball lifted deep right center field, and Francisco tracks it down. Every runner will tag up, and every runner will advance safely. So Ethan Hatch with his successful sacrifice fly picks up an RBI. Jake Wrubleski is the man to score. Now runners on second and third here with 1 out, and it's Blake Tiggs at the dish. So Tiggs still has 2 ducks on the pond. First pitch is in the dirt. Yeah, for Almeida, there's a lot going on, and he might be trying to do a little much, if you will. Rips a nasty breaking ball in the dirt there. We go to 2-0. But yes, for Almeida, his direction goes every which way in the throw. A lot more difficult than keeping everything simplified and towards the plate. So he falls behind 3-0. And make no mistake, this young man has tremendous potential. You can tell how fast twitch and whippy he is. A good understanding of how to create a whip with your arm. But unfortunately, he will walk Tiggs on 4 straight pitches right there, as the whip is not too accurate right now. So Enright steps into the box, and once again, the pot has sweetened. The Yotes have the bases juiced with 1 out. Enright watches that off the dish. A nice slider. And Almeida hasn't thrown a strike in a few pitches. Enright likely has the take sign here. And he takes that one off the inside corner for strike number 1. So we go to 1 ball, 1 strike. Almeida deals, slider, catches the inside corner. 1-2. Still 1 out. On deck is Aiden Kraus. Enright looking to pass the torch to him right here. Takes a hack at the high heater and stays alive as he fouls it straight back. So we'll do 1-2 all over again. So Johnny, 1-2, watches that slider just high. Now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Enright watches it go high, and just like that, John Enright has worked himself into a full count. So a tremendous at-bat for Bondo, the shortstop. Doing his due diligence. Lays off that high heater. The payoff pitch. Enright grounds it over to shortstop. He's going to have to hustle. Gutierrez slips it over to first, and the double play is completed. So the Apaches strand 3. But the Yotes still make it hurt. 3 runs across in the bottom of the 4th inning. The score, Coyotes 8, Apaches 1. So here we go, back to work for Daniel Hutchison. In the box is Gaffney, the first baseman. And Hutch's first pitch will fall in for strike one. So a great start to this 5th inning for Hutch. And he's sitting on a pretty comfortable cushion right now. This Yodi offense has come alive in the second game. This ball ripped down the left side, and that's going to sneak past Ethan Hatch for a base knock, and maybe 2. Play at second, and Gaffney is in safely. So a leadoff double for Gaffney. And of course, Hutch not overly concerned with that runner on second base. So the Yodi offense has posted 8 through 4 innings. And the Apaches scored their first run of the day just last inning. So a substitute as we get the signal from the umpire. It'll be number 8 stepping in the box, Darlewin Ferreira. So Ferreira steps in the box today, batting .225 on the year. And he's looking to make this opportunity count. Swings through a pitch down the middle, and we go to 1-1. And again, folks, from us at the Chandler Gilbert Broadcasting Network to you at home, we extend our gratitude for everyone to tune in today. Very appreciative of your viewership, and it builds the community of baseball, every viewer we have. So 2-1. As the clouds overcast us now. This one ripped down the first base side, out of play. And it's a strike in the books, 2-2. So no outs. Runner on second. Hutch deals, and it's a nasty changeup on the outside part of the plate. Fajeda had nothing to say about that one. Swung right through and missed it by about a foot. Now Dabrowski steps up to bat. Dabrowski reached safely last at bat. Now with 1 out, he's looking to repeat that success. First pitch, swings through a high heater. Dabrowski lays this one down, and Danny Smith almost, the closest we have ever been to having a ball in the broadcasting booth. And listen, I can't blame Danny Smith for that one because it didn't make its way all the way up. It was close, but we go to 0-2 after that bunt drops in front of us. This ball skied to the right side. Hancock ranges over, and he's under it easily. Runner tags up, and Gaffney will be safe at third base here with 2 outs. So great job by Hutchison, generates the weak contact, and now and there's a little wet spot underneath where Danny Smith is sitting right now. And we're only kidding, folks. Yeah, I had to provide the clarification because, hey, there's no camera in the booth. You never know. 1-0. This one misses high. And perhaps that might be an addition in the near future. The the ugly finder camera, as Paulo Hutchison referred to it as. But of course, no one wants to see us. Everyone wants to see the action on the diamond. 2-0 with 2 outs. Hutch going to have to battle back into this one. And he gets some weak contact that just rolls foul down that first base line. Off the end of the bat, Francisco Laya gets another chance. This one misses inside. Slider doesn't slide all the way. So we go to 3-1. 2 outs, runner on third. Hutch deals, and it's low and away. So a base on balls for Francisco Laya, but not much changes for Hutch. His focus is still this next batter. So Rain steps up, the third baseman for the Apaches. And a new count. It's off the arm of Rain, but once again, not much changes for Hutch, as his only focus is this next batter. So bases loaded now. Just puts a force out in play at every base this time. And the shortstop, Mathis, will get a crack at Hutch here. So in the top of the 5th, Hutch has found himself in a bit of trouble now with 2 outs. Fresh count. First pitch is off the plate. We'll go to 1-0. Again, Mathis Morant, the batting average leader for this Apache squad. And he grounds this one through the right side for a base knock. One run comes across, and the second one will try. Francisco Laya will come in to score. So a 2 RBI single right there for Mathis. And now Hutch needs to shut this down before any more damage occurs. Of course, though, 'tis but a dent in the armor for these Yotes right now. Still leading by 5 the score. Coyotes 8, Apaches 3. Hutch sets his target, deals, and this one is lifted to left field. Kraus tracking back on the track, and it sneaks out of the park. So what looks like a routine fly catches some wind and just keeps on going. Kraus is shaken up at the fence. And this game just got turned on its head a bit for the Yotes. So a few more runs come across for this Apache squad. And now with 2 outs, Hutch has himself a clean base path. So this one skied to shallow right center field. Hosh will go ahead and call it, but the Apaches went ahead and battled their way back into this game. Now just a 2-run lead for the Coyotes as we head to the bottom of the 5th, and they're going to do their best to regain some of that lead. It's a 5-run inning for the Apaches. The score, Coyotes 8, Cochise 6. So here we go, back to action, and same pitcher on the bump for Cochise, number 20 Olmedo, and he battles back. Had a rough go last inning, but he's on the horse already and picks up 2 early strikes, already ahead 0-2 on Aiden Krause. So Krause trying to get the Yotes offense kick-started once again as they're trying to make up some lost ground from last inning. Of course, though, still a 2-run lead for this Coyotes team. They'd just like a little bit more of a cushion beneath them. 1-2. And Krause skies this one to right center field. And the right fielder completely lost that ball. Francisco Laya came across screaming. I don't know how he almost got to that ball from deep center field, but his speed is miraculous, and he almost gets there, but we talked about how perilous the sun is for the outfielders, and we get to see it in action right there. Krause has himself a double off of that. And that should go in the books as a clean double. No one got a glove on it, but yeah. So now Ben Hashizaki, our Tokyo Drifter, steps up to the plate. One of our Canadian killers. And he's up 1-0. Second pitch, a slider that stays off the plate. Olmedo now falls behind 2-0. This pitch is off the plate, so we'll go to 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Hosh takes this one off the hip. So ball 4. or it would have been ball 4, but now a hit by pitch, and that'll actually turn out to hurt the Yotes a little bit there. Kraus would have taken third base, but due to the dead ball, he's going to have to hold up on second, and the Yotes are going to have to earn that 90 extra feet. And Dante Turgeon's the man for the task. So runners on first and second. Fresh count, no outs. Olmedo. Struggling here in this 5th inning. That first pitch misses high and in. And the bullpen for Cochise is moving around. Turgeon lets this one go in the dirt. (2-0) for Dante. Olmedo deals. Dante fouls this one straight back. Yeah. That one got some reaction out of the fans in attendance, and hey, I can't blame him. Sometimes you forget that there's a fence in between you and that scary baseball. 2-1. Olmedo finds the outside corner. 2-2 now. DT is always good for a nice battle at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Olmedo deals, and Turgeon catches it off the hand. Thinks about coming across with a swing, and now will have himself a free base. And Jacob Wróblewski comes up to bat. Jacob having himself a wonderful day so far in this game. He's 2 for 3. And he finds himself in a bases loaded situation once again. No outs. Olmedo finds the zone, dials up the curveball. And the score is, the count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner. Let's go to 0-2. Rubo grounds this one over to the second baseman. He steps on the bag and flips it over. Gaffney can't complete the double play. And another run will come across for the Yotes. So 2 more runs come across. Dante Turgeon is erased at second base, but Rubo is safe at first. So a fielder's choice with 2 RBIs for Wróblewski. The score, Coyotes 10 to the Apaches 6. Now big bad Easton Bryant steps into the box, and he's eager to take some more hacks today. Comfortable in the box. And he's been dominant as well. 2 for 3 today. In this second game, that is. And he takes the first pitch. Ball off the plate. So the catcher did try to help his pitcher out there. Obviously, not much he could do with that pitch, but it's always good to work on your framing behind the dish. This time, Olmedo spots up, but the giant Bryant meets him with some contact and fouls it off. We go to 1-1 with 1 out and a runner on first. Olmedo picks off back to first. And Wróblewski is safe with ease. So the count is 2-1. And there's a discrepancy here on the game changer. The pitcher is listed as Posada, but there is no Posada on this roster for this Cochise squad. So perhaps a leftover maybe from last season. But the pitcher on the bump, in case you're tuned in to Game Changer, is not Posada. It's Olmedo Quesada. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. A full count now for big bad Easton Bryant. 1 out. And the Giant Bryant takes a ball 4. That one was off the plate. The heater for Olmedo cannot find the mark. So 2 runners on now, first and second. And Ryder Hancock steps up to bat. But before that, Olmedo Quesada is done for the day. We'll be right back while Cochise digs into the bullpen. And when we do come back, it'll be Ryder Hancock in the box with 2 runners on and 1 out. And we're back to work. So on the bump for this Apache squad, number 23, Alejandro Venegas. So Alejandro sports a 2.48 ERA through 29 innings pitched, the 3rd best ERA on this team, and Ryder lifts this one to left field. And the left fielder hauls it in with ease. So a routine pop-up to kick things off for Alejandro. And now, Big E, Ethan Hatch, steps into the box. And a good eye from Ethan Hatch to kick things off. 1-0. This one's in the dirt. We'll go to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. That one finds the zone. We'll go to 2-1. And how about the speed from Rubleski? Takes third base, and it's a no contest from the catcher. Behind the dish, number 4. Gutierrez switched over from second base with Darlene Fajeda to take his spot at second. 3-1, 2 outs. And Bryant will take off. The throw down to second from Gutierrez is good to go. Easton Bryant is gunned down. And we'll head to the top of the 6th, where it might not be Daniel Hutchison to take the mound. And it won't be. So Hutch, done for the day. 5 innings of work, and obviously, if you exclude that last inning, it was tremendous performance from him. And it'll be LeBlanc to take the bump. So a great day from Hutch. He leaves the game with his team in a winning position, and now it's up to LeBlanc to put this one in the books. So here we go. Brandon LeBlanc steps on the mound and gets to work right away. First pitch, strike. In the box, number 3, George Hogan for this Apache squad. And LeBlanc right back on the gas. Oof, second pitch. Says hello to George's ribcage as Hogan will take first base. On the season for Brandon LeBlanc, 7 appearances, 1 start, 25 in the 3rd innings pitched, with a 4.6 ERA and a 1.50 WHIP. So for the freshman, it's been a wonderful freshman bid. This ball is skied out of play. Not quite near the broadcast booth, but Danny Smith, of course, gave it his best effort anyways. And folks, when Danny Smith catches a foul ball up here in the booth, We'll make sure to frame that baseball. It'll be immortalized in the Chandler Gilbert Hall of Fame. But of course, that's wishful thinking. Danny Smith might never catch that foul ball. So 1-1. And this one is ripped down the left side. Gaffney put a charge into it all the way into the left corner. Kraus has it. He tosses it in. But Hogan is on third, and Gaffney is on second after that beautiful double down the line. So LeBlanc has not had an easy welcome into this game, and for the first time, the Apaches have worked into the bullpen of the Coyotes, which could be what they've been waiting for all of today. But of course, two wonderful pitching performances from both starters. Daniel Hutchison went a solid 5 innings, and Jacob Anderson went a almost perfect 7. This one is lifted. It'll stay in the infield. Ethan Hatch is calling for it, and he makes the grab, but just in foul territory. So 1 down, and LeBlanc can take a bit of a breath. He's got his first out. Now Rubo is going to have a quick chat with him on the mound. When we come back, we'll see Dabrowski in the box. So we go back to work. And this ball ripped up the middle by Dabrowski, and it's caught by Hosh. Hosh tosses it in, but Hogan will score. And it's an RBI, thanks to the sacrifice of Alex Dabrowski. Beautiful piece of hitting, stroked it well up the middle. And the Yotes have 2 down. The score, Coyotes 10, Apaches 7. This pitch is in the dirt. And LeBlanc dials it up. Heater down the middle, 1-1. This one's in the dirt. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off. Francisco Laya putting up a good at-bat. The 2-2 pitch is a nasty changeup for LeBlanc, but it doesn't draw a strike, doesn't draw a swing. So grossness from Leb. And the full count pitch is on the way. Ripped through the left side and out of the glove of Ethan Hatch. Great effort, and it's impressive he even put a glove on it, but it'll be an E5 here for the Yotes. So first and third situation. Up to bat number 2. Kenneth Rain, who was batting .263 coming into today. And Leb dials it up right down the heart. 0-1. 0-1. And it's off the plate. The 1-1 is ripped foul out of play. Francisco Laya was on his horse, and he'll have to go all the way back to first base. And Leb has him right where he wants him, 1-2 with 2 outs. And he gets a swing and a miss, a nasty pitch from LeBlanc. And he strands 2 runners. We'll be right back as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Yotes are looking to add a few more. The score, Coyotes 10, Apaches 7. So here we go, back to work, and it's still number 23 on the bump for this Apache squad. So Alejandro, the 6'1" freshman from San Luis, will miss with the first pitch. We go to 1-0. In the box is Hatch. And he's going to watch the next pitch right by his face, 3-0. So likely going to take this next pitch. And he takes a strike. 3-1. That spots the outside corner, so a full count now. And he draws a base on balls. A beautiful count. Beautiful at bat, that is, by Ethan Hatch. Works his way into a full count and watches ball 4 go low and away. So runner on first for Blake Tiggs. Here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch from Alejandro misses. We go to 1-0. Tiggs tries to lay it down, but can't quite make connection. 1-1. Tiggs goes to square this one down, and it rolls out of play. One, two. 2-2 as Tiggs takes that one. And Tiggs lays a beauty down. Alejandro has to make a play, and he does. A good PFP, but Tiggs gets his job done. He pushes Hatch over to second base, and now with 1 out, the Yotes have a runner in scoring position. So a substitute. Instead of John Enright, it'll be Tater Tot Tate Lewis. That one's off the plate, 1-0. And we go to 2-0 now. Tate showing off that good eye. Three balls, no strikes. And Tate will take it for a strike, of course. Not going to swing at a 3-0 pitch there. We go to 3-1 with 1 out, runner on second base. It's Ethan Hatch. And Tate will take a strike. 3-2 now, full count. Tate fouls this one off. And Tate Lewis will strike out. He thought he was taking his base, but Alejandro had other plans, and now with 2 outs, Aiden Krause will step up to the plate. Krause. Steps up, and he's ready to work. This one's in the dirt. Krause with a good eye. On the day, Krause is 1 for 3. And with 2 outs, the Yotes would love an extra run. That one's off the plate, Alejandro. Struggles right there. Let's make it 3-0. So Kraus, again, going to have the take here. And it's still such a beautiful day out here at Chandler Gilbert. Nice crowd in attendance. Kraus will take the pitch on the outside part of the plate. First strike, so we go to 3-1. But a beautiful day. A lot of great baseball has been played, and the Yotes are looking to secure this second victory. Kraus grounds this one over to the left side. Rain has it and makes the throw over. And the first baseman, Gaffney, is able to keep his back foot on the bag to record the out. So Kraus is retired for the 3rd out in the 6th inning, and we head to the top of the 7th, where LeBlanc will take the mound and look to shut down this Apache squad. And here we go, LeBlanc back to work. First pitch, changeup. Dials up the outside corner. It's a beauty. So, up to bat is the shortstop, Mathis, number 9. And he grounds this one over to the right side. It'll get out of play, and we'll go to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Full count. Leb pitches and blows it past number 9, Mathis. So a swinging K. One down here in the top of the 6th. Apologies, top of the 7th, that is. One 0. Leb dials up the bottom of the zone and doesn't get a call. Apologies, let's make it 2-0. At the plate, number 12. Ruben Velasqueza, hailing from Tucson, Arizona, who takes a strike right there. Two balls, two strikes with one out. And how about it? Villascusa swings right through the high pitch. And Leb puts another K on it. Two strikeouts so far this inning. First pitch is off the plate. We go to 1-0. This pitch is off the plate too. So 2-0 now. Competitive from LeBlanc. And he finds his zone there. 2-1. In the box is Gutierrez, number 4. And Gutierrez, a great utility player, drills this ball to left field. Aiden Krause is standing right there. So good inning for LeBlanc, 2 Ks and a line out. And we'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning where the Yotes are looking to extend this 3-run lead to score. Coyotes 10, Apaches 7. Here we go. Hashizaki in the box. Alejandro on the bump. First pitch, misses low and inside. This time, Alejandro spots up the outside corner. So we'll move to 1 ball, 1 strike. Hosh grounds this one over to the right side. First baseman Gaffney ranges over and touches his own bag. So Gaffney, with some redemption after an earlier mistake at first base, will go ahead and put Hosh away for the first out here in the 7th inning for the Yotes. Next, Dante Turgeon gets a crack at things. 1 out and nobody on. And Turgeon lifts this ball. Oh my goodness, the left fielder completely lost the ball. And I think everybody lost the ball. It drops just foul. I think. That ball might have been hit 500 feet in the air from Dante Turgeon. I don't think I've ever seen a ball go so high in my entire life. So Dante Turgeon trying to send a ball into orbit. Gets sawed off here, and Gaffney will make a routine fly-out catch right in foul territory. So Turgeon with an up-and-down at-bat. Next, it's Jacob Wróblewski. Jacob steps up to bat. 2 outs here, and he drills this one deep left field. This ball is gone! A bat flip to go with it, and Wróblewski with a 2-home run day. A solo shot, and the Yotes go up 11-7 here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and that ball got out in a hurry. So Jacob Wróblewski fires up this Yodi dugout. And of course, after a doubleheader day like this, there's not too much energy left in that dugout, but that's okay. These boys have put it all on the line for 4.5 hours now. And the Yotes are still doing everything right. Everything they need to win this ball game. So 0-1, Alejandro gets right back to work. Easton Bryant is ready for his hacks. This time it's lifted over to the left side, and Easton Bryant has himself a gap shot. This one will make its way to the fence, and Easton Bryant, the Giant Bryant, tosses a nade and winds up on second base. So 2 down, and Ryder Hancock steps up to bat. One 0, 2 outs. That pitch is off the plate. We go to 1-0. That one sneaks in. Let's make it 2-1. Alejandro finds the zone. This ball grounded over to the right side. Ryder's in a foot race, and Ryder won't beat it. So close, but Alejandro gets to first base right before Ryder, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 7th. The Yotes put up another run thanks to a Jake Wróblewski solo shot, his 2nd of the day. And we head to the top of the 8th, where Brandon LeBlanc will step back on the mound. And back to work goes LeBlanc. First pitch. Finds the outside corner. Beautiful. So up to bat. Number 3, George. And Hogan watches the second pitch for a strike as well, 0-2. And this one is skied. Out of play right in front of that Cochise dugout. So 1-2. And a great job by LeBlanc to keep pounding the zone. Two-two, as that one misses. Full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch, and he dials it up on the outside corner. Hogan swings right through. And he goes down 0 for 2 on the day. Up next, Gaffney, the first baseman. Number 6 will have another crack at it. And that pitch just misses off the plate. Leb gonna get back on his horse. So Kieran Gaffney, 3 for 3 on the day. Drills this one down the left side, and oh, what a play! Will Sheeler! Wow! That ball was gunning straight for the bullpen catcher's head, and Sheeler, like a flash of lightning, whips across and puts a glove on it. I hope he got a good angle on that one somewhere. No, unfortunate, but still a great play by Sheeler. This ball is lifted to the right side, and it's down for a base knock. Gaffney causing some commotion. And he'll have himself a double here in the top of the 8th. So 1 out and a runner on second. And again, hats off to Will Sheeler. The bullpen protector does his job in exciting fashion. 1-0. This one skied out of play. We go to 1-1. One, two. Great job by Leb. Two, a good eye by Fajeda. And a great pitch. LeBlanc dials up the nasty. And Fajeda goes down with a cut. So 2 outs now in the top of the 8th. A runner on second base, and LeBlanc is trying to strand him. Up to bat now, number 13, Alex Dabrowski. One 0 with 2 outs. And LeBlanc dials up a strike again. A beauty. Dabrowski fouls this one off. One, two. Dabrowski fouls it off and stays alive. And this one is fouled off again. Dabrowski not going anywhere without a fight. This ball is grounded. Foul down the left side. The 1-2, Sky to the right side. Hancock can't see it, and he hauls it in. A great job, Ryder. So accustomed to that. Sun out in right field, and he makes it look easy. So we head to the bottom of the 8th, where the Yotes are looking to extend this lead. The score, Coyotes 11, Apaches 7. Ethan Hatch steps up to the dish. And he's ready to take a crack at it. A new pitcher is on the bump for this squad. Number 22 makes his way to the mound. Alex Figueroa from Tucson, Arizona has his chance on the bump. Hatch drills this one to the right side, and Fajeda hauls it in at second base with ease. So one down here in the bottom of the 8th, and now Blake Tiggs gets a crack at things. So Blake Tiggs, hit by pitch, take your base. Now, number 27, BK, have it your way. One ball, no strikes. This ball was lifted up the middle, and Brian Kennedy has himself a base knock. Beautiful, beautiful stroke. This pitch is off the plate. Kraus takes a good eye. 1-0, 1 out. Runners on first and second. The Yotes just looking for some extra run security here. All they've got to do is come out in the top of the 9th and hold the Apaches from scoring 4 runs, and they'll come away with the victory. But before we get there, the Yotes, of course, are still trying to add. 2-1 after Kraus fouls that whack. And Alex Figueroa, a nasty sidearm submarine-esque pitcher. And a pickoff. Tiggs tries to steal, but it's a great job by Figueroa to listen to his middle infielders and step off just in time to flip it over to third base. So a very good job. Kraus lays a bunt down, and it's a beauty. The throw over from Rain is way off target. Kraus is safe at first. He's heading to second. BK is going to hold up on third base. And the Yotes have some commotion. Kraus does a great job right there of executing. No runs come across, of course, and still 2 outs as Ben Hashizaki comes up to bat. Hosh, take your base. DT steps up to bat. Turgeon fouls it off. We go to 2-2. Figueroa finds the outside corner, 0-2. Turgeon gonna have to fight here. Bases loaded. And that one's off the plate. Good eye by DT. Turgeon drills this one up the middle, and Fajeda does a good job of corralling it and stepping on second base. So 3 runners are stranded. A great job by Figueroa to come in and execute. He holds the Yotes to 0 in the bottom of the 8th, and now we head to the top of the 9th. The Apaches' last stand of the day. They've got to put up 4 or more, or else they're going home with 2 losses on the day. We'll be right back as LeBlanc takes the bump. Francisco Laya will kick things off for this Cochise squad in their last bid. LeBlanc, first pitch off the plate, 1-0. Shoemaker in the pen. Leb deals off the plate, 2-0. This one is in the dirt. 2-0 now. Off the plate. And a base on balls for Francisco Laya. Up to bat now, number 2. The third baseman, Kenneth Rain. Kenneth from Tucson, Arizona. We'll watch the first pitch ball. LeBlanc just around the zone right now. Of course, nothing of concern for the Yotes, but the sooner he can dial it back in, the better. 1-0. Let's make it 2-0. And a trainer is called out for LeBlanc, and we might have a huge issue here for LeBlanc. We'll take a moment, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. Of course, prayers for LeBlanc, and he's indicating some kind of pain with the forearm, pointing towards the elbow, and that's no good for LeBlanc. So our prayers are with him, and in the meantime, Aiden Shoemaker will take the mound. We'll be right back while Shuey gets going. So here we go back to work, and we'll wait on the update for LeBlanc. Hopefully we get it in before the end of this contest, but if not, Shuey will take us to the promised land. Back pick to first. Good try by Rubo, but no luck there. In the box, still Kenneth Rain. 2-1. Shuey slings it and finds the outside corner. Beautiful spot. 2-2. Shuey, we've talked about it. The converted sidearm pitcher. Formerly orthodox over the top, now slings it and deals a nasty slider right there. This ball is popped up to shallow right field, and Blake Tiggs will make a grab on it. Are you kidding me? Blake Tiggs is so good at those crazy, crazy fly balls. It's just honestly impressive to watch. He's always making grabs like that, and Tiggs picks up a huge first out here in the 9th inning. Up to bat now is Mathis. Shuey deals, and it's off the plate. 1-0. This one is fouled straight back. So we go to 1-1. Let's make it 2-1. 1 out. Shuey deals. This ball is lifted to the left center gap, and Kraus is right underneath it. So 2 outs as Kraus hauls in the easy grab. Francisco Lyo will make his way back to first base, and just like that, the Apaches are down to their last out. Backs against the wall, and they're trailing 4 here in the top of the 9th. Up to bat, it's number 12. So Villascusa from Tucson, Arizona will step in. And Ruben will watch the first pitch go high. 1-0. So an overcast above us yet again. This one looks a little less friendly than before. And Shuey just misses there. 2-0. Still a beautiful, beautiful day. This time, Shuey dials up the inside corner. 2-1. 2 outs, and Sugar Shane Anderson in the bullpen, of course. Unlikely that he'll be called on. This ball grounded foul down the left side, and Sheeler gets another opportunity, and he makes it look easy. So, 2-2. Shuey just 1 pitch away. 2 outs. Ruben skies it over to the right side. A huge gust of wind, and Blake Tiggs makes a crazy grab. Are you kidding me? Blake Tiggs with a game-winning layout ESPN top 10 catch. I can't believe it. So as I mentioned, he makes catches like that all the time when we talked about the last one over there. And I didn't think he'd do it again in the same inning. So Blake Tiggs making me look like a really good commentator up in the booth. I'll have to give him props for that one after the game, but that'll do it for today. A twin bill, and the Coyotes come out with a twin sweep. Awesome stuff from these guys, and they just looked incredible top to bottom. In the first game, the story was Jacob Anderson and some timely hitting from Easton Bryant and St. Louis. Here in this second game, it came down to a great start from Daniel Hutchison. Phenomenal start. He ran into some trouble in the 5th inning, and after that, LeBlanc took on over. But for LeBlanc, still a lot of worry. We're praying for him and keeping him in our thoughts. He came out, pitched 4 phenomenal innings, and then Aiden Shoemaker came in to relieve him for the last few outs. So a tremendous outing, tremendous showing from all the Coyotes today, and at the plate, things were awesome here in this second game. Wróblewski was the star. 2 home runs on the day, both coming in this second game, and the rest of the Yodi squad was a part of this charge too. From Easton Bryant to Tate Lewis to Dante Turgeon, everyone had a piece and everyone balled out today. So the Yotes get a great feel-good welcome back to conference play. They pick up a twin sweep over the Cochise Apaches, bumping them up in the conference standings, and they are riding high. If you want to catch the Yotes next, right here, Thursday, 6 p.m., the Langley Blaze come into town. A team from up north, and it'll be a good one. A very competitive squad, an elite academy squad, and let's see what they bring here on Thursday. Again, my name is Adam Perry, joined in the booth with Danny Smith and Paulo Hutchison, the mastermind behind it all. Signing out. God bless. Have a wonderful day.